While everyone was waiting for the actor, who had promised to join the dinner party in the Gänzgasse after the premiere of The Wild Duck, I observed the Ausbergers carefully from the same wing chair I had sat in nearly every day during the 50s, reflecting that it had been a grave mistake to accept their invitation. I had not seen the couple for 20 years, and then, on the very day that our mutual friend Joanna had died, I had met them by chance in the Graben, and without further ado, I had accepted their invitation to this artistic dinner, as they described the supper they were giving. For 20 years, I had not wanted to know anything about the Ausbergers. For 20 years, I had not seen the Ausbergers. And in these 20 years, the very mention of the name Ausberger had brought on third-degree nausea, I thought, sitting in the wing chair. And now, this couple is bringing me face to face once more with the life we led in the 50s. For 20 years, I've avoided the Ausbergers. For 20 years, I haven't even met them. And then, I have to run into them in the Graben, I thought. It had been a piece of monumental folly not only to go to the Graben in the first place, but to walk up and down the Graben several times, as I was in the habit of doing at least since returning to Vienna from London. It was a street where I might have known I would be sure to meet the Ausbergers one day, and not only the Ausbergers, but all the other people I had been avoiding for the last 20 or 30 years. People with whom I had had close ties in the 50s, what would the Ausbergers used to call close artistic ties, ties which I had severed a quarter of a century ago, when I got away from the Ausbergers and went to London, breaking, as they say, with all my Viennese acquaintances of that period, not wanting to see them again or have anything more to do with them. Going for a walk in the Graben, I thought as I sat in the wing chair, means nothing more, nothing less than walking straight into the social hell of Vienna and meeting the very people I have no wish to meet. People whose sudden appearance brings on all kinds of physical and mental strains. Hence, in recent years, whenever I came from London to Vienna, I had chosen different routes for my walks, avoiding not only the Graben, but also the Kohlmarkt, and of course the Karnestrasse. I had avoided the Spiegelstrasse, the Stahlbergstrasse, and the Dorothgasse too, not to mention the dreaded Wollseele, and the Opengasse, where I had often so been trapped by the very people I most detest. But in recent weeks, I reflected as I sat in the wing chair. I had suddenly felt an urgent need to go to the Graben and the Karnestrasse because the air there was so healthy, and because I suddenly found it pleasant to mingle with the morning crowds, both in the Graben and the Karnestrasse, and no doubt also because I wanted to escape from the months of solitude in my Waring apartment, to get away from the isolation that had begun to deaden my brain. In recent weeks, I had always found it relaxing, both mentally and physically, to walk along the Karnestrasse and the Graben, then back along the Graben and the Karnestrasse. Walking back and forth like this was as beneficial to my mind as it was to my body, and in recent weeks I had walked up the Karnestrasse and the Graben and back every single day, as though there was nothing I needed so much as to walk up and down the Graben and the Karnestrasse. I can only describe as mental and physical debility. Walking along the Karnestrasse and the Graben and back, I felt refreshed. All I need to do is to walk up and down like this, I would think to myself. So that was not all I